start with Sunday Night Football, Kyle. Your thoughts? Because
my thoughts on Sunday Night Football are as such. Trey Smith explosive.
Oh my God! All he wanted to do was hurt somebody.
You want to talk about starting the game? I mean, I was texting with Creed the other night because they were in New York. I'm in New York on Saturday, and I said, "Do you guys need any dip? Do you need anything?" And they're like, "We're all set. We got pizza." It's a picture of Tooney and all the guys at the hotel. And we obviously saw widely publicized. Everybody else wasn't at the hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
But the O-line are dialed in. Andy Heck had those guys ready, and with all the distractions that they're dealing with right now in the public eye, to show up and to make a statement like that, and the run game early, and to get Pacheco on an explosive early, I thought really set the tone. Obviously, Mahomes got outplayed by Zach Wilson. The defense showed up for the Jets when it needed to. Every throw that Mahomes was making seemed like there was somebody in his face or there was two guys around his target. Now, at the end of the game, you see Mahomes start to figure out, he said, "Hey, there's nobody here. Fuck this shit. I'm running."
He does that little thing with his neck. He really does do that little thing.
He runs like a weeble wobble. You don't know which way he's going.
But like on the third step to generate more power, he whips his neck around.
But for the Jets,
ostrich-like.
I really, really liked what I saw from Zach Wilson, and I know how much confidence plays into performance.
Yeah, big deal.
And that kid has been beaten up every day by everybody on every station. And for him to go out there, play the way he did with the drops, with the penalties, with all the distractions around him, it speaks to me volumes about Zach Wilson's character, and also to listen to him speak after the game. Take accountability.
Yeah, like last year, we got mad at him because he threw some guys under the bus.
But it's not a win.
Yeah, no, it's not a win.
The boogeyman still wears number 15, and he wears red.
Yeah.
And Kelsey didn't score 2, and Mahomes didn't have 300 yards. I mean, in fact, Zach Wilson's the only opposing quarterback to have more completions, more passing yards, more touchdown passes, and fewer interceptions than Patrick Mahomes in a start. Out of 127 starts, college or pro, including postseason.
Yeah, he's sword in the stone.
He did something nobody else had ever done,
yeah,
and he lost.
Yeah, no, I know. And that just speaks to how resilient and good the Chiefs are with everything that they've gone through this year, personnel-wise. This game started to feel like that Indy game last year at some point. I was like, they're going to lose this game.
Ugly.
2017, and you're going to look back and be like, how did that happen? But obviously the defense is very good. I want to tip my cap to Zach as well. I don't know if I'd have what it takes to be Zach Wilson right now. I don't. And I sit up here and criticize him because sometimes he plays bad. But last night, for the most part, he outplayed Patrick, as you put it. And, drives in the middle of this game of 62, 41, 41, 75. They got the back shoulder stuff going. They got the quick game going. But the script is going to script, Kyle. It ends with Zach Wilson making a Zach Wilson mistake.
And Garrett Wilson having to make ridiculous plays.
Yeah, and so
God, he's good.
He's really good, and I feel bad for everybody there that they can't figure this thing out. I thought Zach came out and under the bright lights against the best, at least bought himself a little extra rope, and took the pressure off solid and not have to answer all these questions, because they'll still be asked. But at least you could say, hey, we went out there, and if our defense gets a stop, if there's no penalty, which I get the flag. And, and I had, how about that cover, by the way? I had the Jets.
Oh.
How about that cover? Patrick Mahomes sprinting to the pylon.
Patrick saw what you were doing.
Psych, dude. Yes, psych.
And he put his hands up. You were like,
my
yeah!
God. America's teams, everybody that bet the Jets this week. I mean, that was incredible.
I got
a question for you. What did the ground do to Isaiah Pacheco?
Boy, he runs angry.
He just.
Do you remember the wild thornberries?
No.
There was a cartoon when we were growing up. Donnie.
Do you remember the traveling Wilburys?
Donnie was the so it was a British family living in Australia or Africa, somewhere in the outback.
Yeah. Great cartoon.
And Donnie was the feral kid that they picked up.
Yeah.
And he runs like Donnie.
Yeah, he just runs fast.
It's like, just stay out of Donnie's way.
Yeah.
And I love after the play, guys are getting hit. Pacheco's hitting him in the chest. He's fired up. The demeanor from that offensive line, the interior O-line, and this leads to my next point. But the interior O-line is bullies.
Taylor.
When I watch the tackles in the run game,
Told you about it.
They're not willing participants on the edge. Yeah. When you get tackles on the edge, when it's me and a guy who's wearing number 27, I want to make him not want to play football anymore.
You want to bury him.
You see Trent Williams on the edge?
Yeah.
There's a reason people hold him in high regard.
It looks personal.
You know what's a lot harder than blocking DBs? Blocking fucking DNs every play. Yeah. So when you get a chance to block somebody 2 weight classes under you on the edge with Pacheco behind you, go get him.
Yeah, and Juwan.
That's concerning.
Juwan Taylor. I mean, Kyle, the tackles are going to be a concern all year. It just is what it is, and Juwan Taylor, like the opener, everybody's watching the game. He goes out there and does what he does. So he's got this target on his back, and then you get another primetime game. You get the face mask for the safety. You get a hold,
which was a bad call.
Which was probably by the letter of the law a bad call, but it doesn't matter.
I mean, we got the explanation at the time, and so you want to say the refs, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, they got 2 points in the ball.
Well, he's gotten away with some, and he ended up on the wrong end of things. I mean, yeah, well, don't grab.
I don't think I ever gave up a safety on a penalty.
I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen a couple times. We did it against the Cardinals in 2010. So I have a good memory, but
that's a long time.
Yeah, CJIU. I caused it, didn't get the sack. Just typical. But yeah, no. So we end up with that call, and then the one where Mahomes had this like vintage Mahomes masterful conversion late in the game that gets wiped out. They get it anyways 2 plays later.
The next play, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was like explosive run, game over, holding. Hold the phone here. God, here come the Jets. And then Mahomes goes back and runs it again. Same side of the field. Backbreaker.
The great thing about Mahomes is we don't have to sit here and overanalyze 2 picks.
No.
Yeah, my bad. Next one.
Fuck it. You saw him say, throw the fucking ball after he underthrew the ball to the right side. He was going to layer the ball over the linebacker and the DB. Found a soft spot, had his guy, underthrew it, which is like, we just don't see that from Pat.
He's just got to shake it off.
Like, even Van Gogh missed some brush strokes. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Happy mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Happy accidents.
Van Gogh couldn't hear the call.
Yeah, he couldn't hear shit.